What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to get your void touched armaments for phase 1 of Season of Discovery. So from a warrior's point of view, we're going to be crafting the leather gloves because this is our BIS DPS piece for this phase. If you want to use this on any other character, however, just be aware that it is exactly the same steps if you already have over 100 of your main profession. So without further ado, let's get into the guide. First thing you need is 100 of the profession required to craft the base item, or else you won't be able to start the quest. So for leatherworking, we're going to need about 250 light leather and 120 coarse thread. You can start by crafting 45 light armor kits and then another 10 hand-stitched cloaks, and you can end off by crafting embossed leather gloves. Once you've got that out of the way, you can run straight to the auction house and pick up a couple of the additional crafting mats for the quest. That's going to be 5 greater essence, 40 strange dust, an elixir, and 2 small glimmering shards. Additionally, you can pick up the toughened leather gloves if you feel like it and if it's actually worth it on your server. This is because you only need 100 leatherworking to use the final item, but you need 135 leatherworking to get them crafted in the first place. With that out of the way, you can fly to Zorm's Strand where we will do the next portion of the quest. It is worth noting that you should have a lockout that is at least past Lorgus Jet. That's the 5th boss. You don't actually have to kill Kelrus in order to do this, but at this point I would imagine most of you have already done so. Once you land, you can start heading north towards the raid, and this is where you're going to get the next portion of the quest, which is finding the dead Twilight cultist at the coordinates 1726, which can be shown here. Once you get to the Twilight cultist, you can consume the elixir in order to speak with him. It'll give you a 2-hour buff, and it persists through death. So if you're on a PvP server, don't worry about getting killed because it will still stay with you. The dialogue option mentions Syracuse, which was one of the original dungeon bosses from back in the day. He was actually under Kelrus' current room, but now he's dead by our boy Gamura, so you can only imagine what happened. So after that, you can head straight for the raid, and now I would recommend that you do this on a lockout that has already been cleared. You don't actually have to do all 7 bosses, but you have to have at least gotten past Lorgus Jet. So for now, we're going to head to old Syracuse's body and talk to it and get a handful of shifting skills from it. With that out of the way, we can head back to Ratchet, where the next portion of the quest is going to be completed. So for now, you're going to have to run into the Ratchet Inn and talk to Nora Anyheart, where you will have a dialogue option which leads to a quest. Essentially, she takes a very small fee to make a trinket that allows us to go under Kelrus' room. The trinket is required to negate the effects of crushing darkness. If you try to come here without the trinket, you're just gonna have a purple screen or violet screen and you're just gonna die. So head all the way down and pick up the box. Yes, very creative native, I suppose. So now head over to Hillsbrad Foothills and Torren Mill. You can get summoned there by whatever goblin warlock you find. Then pick up the flight path and run to the hills behind Torren Mill. You can find the spot at the circled area right above Durnhold Keep, where you'll find a path that leads up to Ravenhold. So here I would advise you to just maybe put on your PvP trinket if you're on a PvP server, because once you get past these guards, you're in rogue country, boys. So essentially you want to go past the arena, up the hill, tucked away into the mountains over here, and just follow the path. Now most of the Alliance will leave you alone, but you're always going to find that very cool guy like I did. So anyways, after you manage to reach the crystal, you're going to want to use the box, and that'll spawn a shadowy NPC. Here you can just go through the dialogue options. Just be very careful on the last one because there will be 2. You'll want to choose the bottom one. Selecting the bottom option will cause you to automatically learn all of the epic recipes for the professions that you have over 100 skill level. So in my case, you can see I had blacksmithing and leatherworking, and that caused me to learn all of them. Which means that you can actually craft more than one piece if you were to repeat the portion of the quest for the shard. It's worth mentioning that you can't use them both at the same time though. So I hope this has helped you, and if it has, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you, and have a great new year, and I'll see you in Season of Discovery.